Hey guys, welcome back to NEO Productions, and today I am ranking the top 10 best animated films of all time. Now, just to keep in mind, I haven't seen some animated films I've heard were good, like Inside Out, Coco, Mary and Max, Fantasia, Secret of NIMH, Grave of the Fireflies, Fantastic Mr. Fox, any Studio Ghibli film, and Coraline. So keep that in mind. Obviously, I had to have liked these animated films, and you may not agree with me on this list. But anyway, that's the fun part. Let's get going on with the list. Starting off with number 10, we have The Iron Giant. This is a great film with good animation and a lot of good heart to it. And fun story on how I first saw this movie. It was on Netflix a long time ago. I watched it, loved it. I came back on IMDb. Maybe I'm like, hey, I remember that movie. Seeing if it was, one of those movies that you watch when you were a kid. You liked it. You watch it when you're older, and you're like, that's not so good. Thought it was going to be one of those, but nope. It's still good. I still love it to this day. Number 9 is Animal Farm from the 1950s. This movie is based off the book by George Orwell, and I think this movie is great. It was a lot darker than I expected. It was sad at times. Sorry if you hear that in the background. My dog is barking. But anyway, it was sad at times, it was intense at times. The only real issue I have with it is that there is a lot of narration, but otherwise a great animation from the 50s. Number 8, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit from 2005. I loved Wallace and Gromit as a kid, and I still love them today. This film is a ton of fun, very funny, and also very nostalgic for me. This is a really good movie that I should probably try to rewatch soon. Number 7, Finding Nemo from 2003. This is not only a great animated film, it's also a great film in general. It has some of the best animation I've seen, some great humor, surprisingly emotional, with one of the Thomas Newman's best scores ever, which is really saying something, which he's one of the best composers working today. This is probably the best Pixar movie. Pixar just doesn't make films like this anymore. Number 6, The Prince of Egypt from 1998. They did it. They pulled it off. Telling the story of Moses and doing it right with incredible animation and great songs. The song playing during the plague is still my favorite and still kind of gives me chills. And also has one of the most breathtaking scenes in cinema history with the burning bush. Alright, number 5, Watership Down from 1978. Another book adaptation made the list. This film, while some may say it's slow, I personally love it. It was a lot more emotional than I expected and has some trippy animation that makes you feel like you're on a drug trip. And also, John Hurt. You can't go wrong with that. Number 4, Toy Story from 1995. One of the best. This film I watched so much as a young kid, I can still quote the entire film from beginning to end. This is an excellent film and still a favorite of mine today. Number 3, The Little Prince from 2016. Probably the most underrated film on this list. No one's talking about it. I plan on reviewing it in the future, obviously not till after October, which I am getting prepared on my Halloween reviews. This film has one of my top 3 favorite actors of all time with Jeff Bridges in it, one of my favorite composers with Hans Zimmer. How can I not like this film? It has beautiful animation, a touching story, a surprisingly bleak tone, and had very minimal comic relief until maybe around the last 50 minutes or so. I'm not gonna lie, I almost cried. Once. Alright, twice, 3 times. Okay, four times. It's really good, check it out. And number 2, The Plague Dogs, from 1982. This film is so good. Every time I think about the ending, I want to cry. It's such a powerful movie with a great voice performance from John Hurt and Christopher Benjamin, with another great voice performance from James Bolam as the Fox Todd. How many times am I going to have to tell you this? No, wrong one. Anyhow, this is an amazing film with an emotional gut punch of an ending and a great film, and I would recommend this to anyone. I can't recommend it enough. Alright, before we get to my number 1, here are some honorable mentions. A Christmas Carol, a solid animation with one of my favorite adaptations of the story. Klaus from 2019, a great Christmas film that should have won the Oscar nomination over Toy Story 4. The Incredibles, still one of the best superhero films. Isle of Dogs, an interesting animation that I just couldn't help but enjoy. The Lego Movie, one of the biggest surprises of all time. Up, one of the saddest animations I've ever seen. The Big Bad Fox and Other Tales, a funny and lighthearted anthology film. The Simpsons movie, possibly one of the funniest animated movies ever made. Aladdin, one of the funniest voice performances by Robin Williams. The Adventures of Tintin, one of the best looking animated films ever. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the best Spider-Man movie since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Monsters Inc. Quit feeding me lines from Monsters Inc. because it pisses me off. Wreck-It Ralph, possibly the best video game movie ever made. Megamind, an underrated gem. Arthur Christmas, a Christmas film that really gets the Christmas spirit right. And The Lion King. Wait, shouldn't this be number one? Sorry, I like one other animated film way better, and number one is Titanic, The Legend Goes On. This film gripped me with its complex story, complex characters, and everything about it. The animation was fantastic. What am I kidding? Just kidding. My number one is Loving Vincent from 2017. This animated version of Vincent van Gogh's death is a gripping film with a very intriguing mystery, with a breathtaking animation and a top-notch cast. This is a film not to be missed, and is my personal favorite animated movie, and affected me on a personal level, and that is why it's my number one. So that's the list. So if you've liked this list, if you like the list, what do you think about it? And if I missed an animated movie, let me know, and please tell me your top 10 animated movies in the comments, and I will see you all next time.